Welcome back to Stories from the Nest, Voice of Early Birds, where we bring you stories that inspire, educate, and energize. I'm Dr. Sijo Mathews, President of Early Birds, and speaking of energy, our guest today defines it. He's the creative spark behind Wisoft Solutions, a digital agency that's been helping UAE businesses shine online for more than 15 years. Welcome back, Saji.
Thank you.
For someone new to Wisoft, how do you explain what you do and what is that clients lean on most with Wisoft?
So, Wisoft Solutions is a growth driven digital marketing agency. So, as an agency, we do provide services right from creating the brand identity to social media marketing, lead gen, SEO, marketing automation. So, it's basically an agency that provides end to end services. That's what we do. But most of our customers, they come to us with their challenges and problems that they face online. They want to grow their business, they want to increase their business 2x, 3x. They have challenges that they're currently facing, and we do devise a plan based on what their challenges or their needs and desires are. So it's a custom developed plan. So it's not one size fits all. So accordingly, we plan and then provide the services so that they can increase their business and grow their business online. That's what we do.
15 years, Wisoft still stands out in a crowded UAE market. What's been your secret sauce? Consistency, creativity, or pure persistence?
15 years we have been in the market, and still we have been able to put up ourselves in this competitive market. It's all the three things that you have said. You need consistency, you need creativity, you need persistence. And beyond that, what we have also done is we have expanded into other markets. That has been a key area. Expanded into other markets and also increased our service offering. That's what we have done to stay, because you need to create that kind of differentiating factor for you to stand out in the market, and that's what we have done.
Saji, you share a lot of marketing tips online. How has that helped build your credibility? Do people now see you more as Saji the expert or Saji the problem solver?
See, that has actually helped us a lot in terms of building credibility, because earlier there were so many people who didn't know us. Maybe they knew the brand, they didn't know what exactly we do. Some of the people knew, but after having all this content being put up online and giving tips and ideas on how to solve problems online, it has actually helped to build that the brand, and that has actually helped us to create the differentiating factor also, because they know that Saji is associated with Wisoft Solutions. So of course it has helped build credibility. And what we have also done is we are not looking at those numbers, because our target audiences are different. So we only want to communicate to our target audience, and as a result they have connected with us for our services, and that has been a huge plus.
And I see the audit that you do for certain Instagram pages, that's also making a big impact.
That has actually helped us a lot, because then they consider us as an expert who have the authority to talk about other brands and what the other brands are doing, what they're doing good, and what are the areas or challenges or the flaws that they have. And that has actually helped us build our credibility online.
So when are you going to do a positive audit and review for my page?
Very soon. You have been doing a fantastic job online, talking about your services. And there's a good connect that, what you're talking about is the problems, what your target audience are facing, and you're giving those tips. And that is actually helping them to build connect with you. Yeah. And gradually, I can see a lot of followers, but it's also about that engagement that they have. That's actually a very good thing. And it's not going to happen overnight. You have been building content consistently over the years. And slowly and steadily, you can see that growing.
And thank you very much for all the tips that you shared. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We can see many businesses in UAE outsourcing their content and social media marketing strategies to other countries where it's much cheaper. Now, what's your take on that?
See, I don't blame anybody who's going to outsource. It depends on their business model and what they want to achieve. In the past, I've seen that many companies outsourcing their social media content or any digital marketing requirements abroad, because what the companies think that it's much cheaper to get it done abroad from other cheaper countries that are available. But one thing that they're not realizing is that what's the kind of returns that I'm going to get. So what I always tell brands is that if there is somebody who's there locally who understands the market, who understands the marketing means you need to have market knowledge. It's not about just using tools.
The local market.
Yeah, you need to have that market knowledge, and then you'll be able to create content or reach out to the target audience based on that. Because we have seen that, we also do have our team based out in India as well as here as well. And I've seen there's a lot of difference when our Indian team is trying to execute some campaigns or trying to build something for these markets. There's a huge difference compared to the team over here that's doing. So what I would say is that returns on investment, even if you're paying higher, but if you're getting better returns here, then tap the local market, because one is not just returns on investments in terms of execution. The speed of execution is much faster when you're available locally than remotely. So these are some of the pluses that you have when you do locally, and I've seen better returns on investment locally than giving it remotely.
Remotely.
Yeah.
Though it's cheaper, return is better this way.
Yeah, see, you spend 1,000 dirhams, and if you're only going to get 2,000 dirhams when you give abroad, and if you're paying, let's say, 3,000 dirhams or 4,000 dirhams here, and if you're able to generate 20,000 dirhams, then what would you go for?
Yeah.
So once you understand ROI, then it becomes much easier. And today, companies have understood that. Today, they want companies locally to execute things for them. They normally even visit offices to see whether you have a team available locally. And this is some of the recently that I have observed is that the companies ask, is your team available locally to support? Because support is very important. They cannot always connect remotely and wait for things to happen.
Now, AI now gives you content ideas, captions, and even posting schedules. Basically, a 24/7 assistant. But with that, everyone with a ChatGPT account suddenly feels like a social media guru. What's your opinion on this new era of instant experts?
See, AI is going to stay. It's the present and it's also going to be the future. You cannot get rid of that. You have to learn to live with that. So AI actually helps. It actually complements the team, even to build content, to give ideas, even to design. It always gives. But at the end of the day, you need to have an expert on how to use it and the best way to use it. The human touch always needs to be there. You cannot just let the AI control you. You can always use AI to complement. Yeah, that's what you need to use it for.
You and your wife Sangeeta have built Wisoft together for last 15 years, shared dreams, and I'm sure a little chaos too. For young couples who are planning to start something together but aren't sure if it'll work, what message would you give them?
So people always ask, how your husband and wife are working together. Well, that's normally the question that everybody has in mind. It's so difficult. They always feel. But what I have realized is that once we both started to work together, there are a lot of positive things, because one is the work can be distributed. A lot of things that your better half also takes care, then you can focus on other areas. So in our case, you just have to divide those responsibilities. In our case, Sangeeta handles creativity and operations. So that is an area that she takes care of, where I look at the business part in terms of business expansion, sales. So that's an area. So if it is divided and the responsibilities are shared, then it becomes much easier. So what I would like to say to the young couples is that it's about how you have an understanding amongst each other, so that there is that smooth ride and there are no friction in that business environment. Keep your personal and professional things apart. So once you are in the office, once you are in the business, don't talk and have your personal things coming over there. If you keep it separate, you will be successful as husband and wife in business too.
You planned very well for Sanjeet and gave him the freedom to choose his own path. Now that his undergrad is complete, will he be joining you at Wisoft, or what plans does he have?
It's his choice, but from our side, the feedback or our suggestion that we have given him is, he needs to go and work somewhere else. He cannot start immediately with Wisoft Solutions. He needs to have that experience working as an employee outside in other companies and learn. Once he learn, he experience what an employee goes through, then he will be successful when he starts to take over a business.
Yeah, the journey that you went through, you want him.
We all started as employees and then grow from there.
Besides business, you're into football, dancing, and cultural activities. Which of these passions has taught you a lesson you apply in Wisoft every day?
Sports is something that I love. Of course, dancing as well. It's a team game. And we in business are a team, because it cannot be done by individuals. It's the team which actually helps us to move forward. So that team spirit, the team game, that is something that I've taken from my, especially during football, that we play as a team, because it's not just a solo player.
Yeah.
And that has actually helped in business as well.
You've been with BNI Early Birds for the past 6 years. What is it about this chapter that has kept you here instead of moving and looking at other chapters? We see that happening a lot. Why have you stayed with Early Birds?
Thing is, see, we have a mid-sized team, like around 25, 30, 35 members. I think we have gone up to maximum 40 members. It's that the relationship that I have, more than business or anything, it's the relationship that I share with members at BNI Early Birds has helped me to stay here.
Okay.
It's pure relationship.
So beyond referrals, what's kept you loyal? The business growth, the friendship, or just the breakfast?
It's a combination of all. It's business, it's a relationship, the breakfast, everything has actually helped.
If you could give one tip to someone starting a business like Wisoft today, based on what BNI has taught you, what would it be?
The one learning that I would like to share is that persistence, persistence, persistence. It's not easy out there to start a business, to run a business, and to grow the business. Be persistent, and you will achieve. Set your goals and focus on that, and see what you need to do that to achieve those goals. You will definitely get there. But be persistent. Thank you.
Finally, complete this sentence for me. BNI to me is.
Family.
Thank you very much, Saji, for sharing your journey with us. From building Wisoft into a leading digital agency to balancing family, passions, and 6 amazing years with BNI Early Birds. And honestly, people also want to know what is your battery like. Signing off for now, this is Dr. Sijo Mathews flying from the nest with Saji Nair from Wisoft Solutions.